Another infamous event long-standing in hooligan folklore. Did the Cheslea take the Millwall home end the Cold Blow Lane? Well, we have the story straight from the hooligan's mouth as an acquaintance of ours tells us what really happened on that day in southeast London. Terry, we will call him, was a young lad who ran with the North Stand boys, one of Chelsea's 3 firms, who entered the CBL that day. Here's his story. Some of the names have been modified for security purposes, and his voice has been overlaid for the same reason. Millwall. August 1976, there were 3 Chelsea firms that went in the CBL that day. We got there before kickoff. E from the shed was with us. We walked along the road outside the CBL. Then a rag and bone horse and cart slowly walked by, with a tarpaulin over the cart. I noticed it was moving and stopped everyone. Then the tarpaulin was pulled back and, I won't mention names, but they were 6 of Wall's top faces, jumped off shouting, "E, you're a dead man." They were all carrying ice picks, and I looked at E and told him to run. He stood, but I knew that if he didn't run, he'd be killed or very badly injured. I shouted, "Run!" again, and this time he did. To me, when faced with 6 guys all tooled up with ice picks and we didn't carry weapons, there is no shame in legging it. Then Wall boys gave chase, and we went into the CBL, my firm, the North Stand, got in and just stood there knowing we were going to get battered. A and me decided to take the bull by the horns, so I shouted, "We're the North Stand," and the rest joined in. We charged, and Wall, taken by surprise, backed off a bit, but then those at the back steamed down and it went of like crazy. As the teams came out, B lead the shed in. At this point we were about in the middle of the CBL and surrounded, but it quietened down a bit for us as Wall, seeing the shed, turned to attack them. The fight was no stop, and after about 20 minutes the shed had been battered and melted. So Wall once again turned their attention to us. The fight was on and off all through the game, and at the end there were just a dozen of us left in the far corner. I can say without doubt that that was apart from every season in the Leasers, and even 10,000 Rangers couldn't take that end. The worst beating we ever took. After the game, we managed to get out of the ground and walk hobbling back to the station when we met B, T and G form Wall, and most of their firm, and the 6 of us North Stand thought we're fucked, but luck was in for us that day, and they took us to a boozer where they piled it on thick that they had battered us. I must add that this only happened because we knew them well and ran with them on many occasions, including the Everton Cup game, and they came up to Everton with us for the away Chelsea game. But that's another story for another day. Thanks to Terry for that recollection of a famous incident. It's clear that some Chelsea did stay until the end of the match, but I don't think it was a taking of the CBL, more like an infiltration. I don't think that Chelsea can claim to have taken the CBL. So let's dispel this myth once and for all. I know it's all perspective, so let's discuss it in the comments. Thanks for watching. Now please subscribe, as it really helps our channel grow and give you bigger, better content.